Hey, it's Kevin DeWitt here. Welcome back to the pasthisprime YouTube channel and welcome back to Stellaris, where we're continuing on with our playthrough with the Kilik Cooperative. And, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a little while since I played. So, I think it's been a week since playing this. So, we'll got to remind me where we're up to. But let's get it going anyway, and we'll soon work it out. All right. Can't remember what story parts we were playing here. Or it could just crash. All right. Let's get it moving. Let's go a bit faster. Okay, what are we doing?
Scientific progress attained.
Chemical plants. Okay. Hang on. Would have liked some more power, but is that in that one there, or is that... No, because that... No, that's right. That's an A thing, isn't it? That's only putting it on. Let's get some X-ray lasers. Okay. Right, what do you want? The Rackets Industrial Enterprise. I have already explained. Reroute the power converter to the auxiliary manifold. No, not that power converter. Must I do everything my... Oh, customers, welcome please. We bear many goods. We have many wares, all craft. Did I accidentally click on you? I must have. What can you offer us? We have ore, rich luminous ore, torn right from the stone, sparkling minerals, but we hunger, we thirst. Grant us 1,000 food, and we shall supply your builders, your makers, with 500 minerals. I don't actually need it. That really is not worth me doing. Not right now. Can you get back to us later? We should call again. Yeah, well, you know. I'm not opposed to you calling. Just give me something I actually want. So what are we doing? So we're constructing mines there. And there. We are investigating, I guess, an anomaly. We're excavating. And we're doing an anomaly. Nice. Okay, living metal lakes. Investigation of the caverns below the surface of Yusakaria. I reveal them to be filled with a silvery liquid metal that flows from cavern to cavern in gleaming rivers, falling into underground lakes. More surprising still is the discovery that this metal substance shares many key properties with organic life forms, including, God, if I could read properly, including responding to environmental stimulus and exhibiting self-sustaining processes. It remains to be seen whether this exceptional metal should be classified as truly alive, but it may have several practical applications for our engineering technology. Research option gained living metal. Okay. So, oh, that was over here. Okay, that was over there. So you have finished. I don't think I have anything else around. Unfortunately. Well, maybe you could actually go there. May as well try. Or maybe we might have got scared away from there. I can't remember. Well, we'll try it. Okay. Birth of galactic market. De facto galactic trade, unbound by performance of international diplomacy, has existed since we first discovered that we are not alone in the universe. As new borders are discovered and old ones redrawn across the galaxy, galactic leaders argue that it is time to legitimize this commercial forum so that all may benefit. In the coming years, independent traders and government agencies will be looking to establish a quasi-centralized hub for galactic commerce. We would surely benefit were this hub to fall within Kilik Cooperative space, so we can choose to promote one of our worlds for this purpose. Okay. What the KIC Broadwing rostra found on Arras V were not buildings, but surprisingly regular mineral outcroppings. Science Officer Alanu Yalungur asserts that these angular blocks of rock are the product of interactions between tectonic plates. The shapes the result of the unusual tekton physics inherent in planet's crust. The perfect angularity of these thrust faults implies a possibility of aliens tampering with the Ras V's crust at some point in time. Most intriguing. Alright, adds the unusual tectonics modifier to Ras V +2 stuff. +2 stuff. Well, you are doing mines. You could do more. Okay, so did we decide to colonize that? It already has a planned colonization. Okay, that's good. What I wanted. Oh, that must be the ship there.
Construction finalized.
Wait, which one were you? Who was... No, you're still going. You're still going? Oh, that's right, Arras. I forgot about you. We built a thing. We did build a thing because it's a new boundary. I'm tempted to make that a shipyard. And I'm gonna do it. We'll get to you in a minute, don't worry. No, can't do anything about that. Alright, do. We'll build one of those. Okay, let's go. At the very center of the city, overlooking the main square, is a grand, ostensibly decorated palace with a garish neon sign advertising the Empress Motel. Inside it, lavish chambers filled to the brim with treasure, from which the Empress and her board of trusted advisors governed. It is also where the hoarders held their last stand, defending their Empress and her precious rubricator. With any luck, the rubricator can still be found in its usual spot by the Empress's lilac ribbon. Okay. Curious. Alright, we got 10 minor artifacts. Okay. Must be getting close. How many chapters in this one? Chapter 5. I don't know. Is there a set number of chapters to every story, or does it depend? I don't know. Okay. No. A raiding fleet belonging to a previously unknown species has been detected approaching our borders. These savages, who call themselves the Garathi, have apparently been paid by a rivaling foreign power to attack our systems. They are transmitting a message directed towards us on open channel. Cowards huddling in darkness have asked us to face you. Since they are too afraid to do so themselves, are there any Kilik warriors honourable enough to meet us in open battle? Then, or must we plunder your systems unopposed? Show us your worth. Go to red alert. Oh, yeah. What does that mean, and where the hell are you? How do you tell where they would be coming from? How can I prepare if I don't know where they're coming from? I mean, they could literally come from anywhere. Oh, man. That's not good. Okay, well, what do we do? I need to see where they would come. Is it that? Alright, we'll get a plan again, because I don't know.
Construction complete. Construction finalized.
Okay, hang on a second here. What have we got? So you have finished over there. No. Okay, you could do that. I was contemplating just grabbing those two, wasn't I? Maybe we should do that instead. Just do that. Sort of annoyed. I get annoyed when I have science ships just doing nothing. We could obviously go to a planet and bolster the research. Be you? Hang on, which planet? That one? How do you tell? No, it wasn't Sol. Hang on, what are we doing here? We can look here. We don't have Sol, but we also have a symbol, don't we? So you got that one there, Lash and whatever. Yeah, we got Fega. And it's that little one there. Get over there and assist research. Okay.
Special inquiry concluded.
Secrets of Erasians. We have successfully managed to integrate the Erasian artifacts into our research process. The insights into biological research will greatly aid our own. Quebec gains the expertise biology trait, granting the following effects. Research speed plus 15%, technology gained, genetic healthcare, secrets of the Erasians modifier added, giving the following effect. Research speed plus 20%, pop growth plus 5%.
Together we will build a brighter future.
Okay. Did I research gene clinics? I must have done that just to get it out of the way. Wait, why? How come it's giving me an option, but it's already picked something? Okay, I'm missing something there. Alright, what have we got? We got that one there, right? That's... yeah, okay, so that's that one there. So that's the only anomaly we've got. Then otherwise we've got all of this stuff. Mysteries of the universe. The rubricator we're still doing. So we've done the Erasians. That's gone. I don't know where the third one is. It must be somewhere else that I haven't got. Or something. Somewhere. Oh, is it that one there? Probably is. Alright. There's that. Now, the other one was... okay, nothing good there. Alright. Get moving, man. Come on. Okay, the ships are built, so let's just go for... what have we got? It says 3 left. I don't know what that means from a... I'm going to sell some of that. I can always do that. Sell some of that, and then I'm going to buy... do that. Okay, we'll see what that does. Seems a bit silly to have him sitting over there, to be honest.
Construction finalized.
Alright, we'll add... another one of those, and... there's an election coming up. Wait, are you telling me I could have built more stuff there?
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
Vanarans a warm welcome. As the Racket Industrial Fleet entered the orbit of Pasthisprime for what should have been a brief courtesy visit today, a spontaneous outbreak of goodwill turned into a combination of open-air market and party. Many bonds between Kilik and Rackets were forged, and much trading took place. Energy credits gained 2,000. Come back soon.
Sith log updated.
What? Wait, no, pause. Hang on. Migration treaty broken. Confederate Tathy... What? Broke their migration treaty. That's fine, I don't care. He has been elected as chief harmonizer of the Kilik Cooperative. Consult the situation. Right, what is this? We are too weak to survive on our own in this hostile galaxy. Will the Kilik Cooperative protect us if we become your subject? Where are you? So, vassal, subject integration. Integration prohibited. The overlord cannot integrate the subject into their empire. Expansion regulation. The subject may expand their empire but must pay an influence tithe to the overlord when they build an outpost. The overlord will join the subject in their defensive wars. Kilik Cooperative will only join Thumbolian interplanetary hierarchy's defense wars. Okay. Restricted voting. The subject is free to engage in most diplomacies but must follow their overlord votes. Blah, blah, blah. The subject defensive. Overlord conflicts defensive. The subject will join the overlord in their defensive wars. Okay. And holdings. 1. What's that mean? The overlord can have 1 holding in total across the subject's planets. Holdings limit 1. I don't know what that means. So, we're going to be an overlord. And where are you? There? Well, that's interesting. I mean, sure. Now, it is that way. I'm not falling into a trap where I'm becoming a vassal again, is it? It says they're inferior. They are weaker than us and should be of little concern. That is us. It's not them, right? We are too weak to survive on our own in hostile... will the Kilik Cooperative protect us if we become your subject? Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because last game I ended up being a vassal somehow, and I don't even remember how it happened. I don't know if it was automatic, it was a feature, something. Oh, I've gone over limit, no. Okay, I'm going to agree. I'm going to be an overlord. Now, is that somewhere where you can see... Like, how do you know who you're an overlord for? No. Bleed it? No. Actions? Not really. Technology fleet. I don't know where it is. I'm sure it's somewhere obvious. What do you want? You want research output. Increase that.
Construction finalized.
For fuck's sakes, as soon as I pressed play, everything happened. The Thumbolian interpreter Hakaria can now use the subject Casus Belli against us. How? They asked to become... They asked to be our vassal. What the hell is going on? Hang on, I don't get that. What do you want? We have rich ore. No, I don't want it. Okay, that really confuses me. Break the commercial pact. Regrettably, the commercial agreement between us has outlived its purpose, and we hereby declare it void. Why would you do that? You wanted to be a vassal. You are a vassal. Is it just default? Where does it show that we are their ruler? Vassal under Kilik Cooperative. There we go. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I guess it's just part of the deal. They can become a vassal and then... Is that them? Are they the ones that were coming to get us? No, they've always been there. We can hire them though. Right, we're spending a lot of time paused, but you know what we should have done? We should build something there. Where are you going? Right, I actually want you to go there. The dram system is not fully surveyed. What the hell? Whoops. Hang on. We have lost the scientist. Let's go with that one. Let's put him on there. Okay, so hang on. You are supposed to be... Why can you not...
Together we will build a brighter future.
That's great, guys. I need to keep doing what I'm doing. Who's doing nothing? You're doing nothing. Get over here and survey the system, please. You... move over there. Forget that. God. Research agreement broke. Right, here we go. Space torpedoes. Living metal mega construction. Whoa, geez, that is expensive. Okay, I don't think we're ready for that. Afterburners. It's going to lead to something else. Fleet command limit. Unlock ship cruiser. Alright, let's not get too carried away. Jesus, okay, stuff going on everywhere. What's this one? Buzzword standardization. Diplomacy weight from economy plus 20%, trade value plus 5%, bureaucrat upkeep plus 5%. Okay, what does that actually lead to though? Buzzword standardization, where the hell is that? Do you tell by colour? Yellow. So under one of these, there it is. Leverage privateering, undeveloped systems. I don't know. I never get this stuff, to be honest. It's the one thing that I really don't understand. Well, it's one of the things I don't understand. There's many things I don't understand in this game that are too deep for me and probably a long way off me understanding. But this is part of it. I never get the political side of these games. I'm very, let's just say I'm pretty dumb when it comes to political side of games. So, you know, why are they opposed to it? I'm going to put a vote in just because I want to feel like I can participate and vote. How did that get up there? How did that get up there?
Discourse anticipated.
We have much to learn from one another. Okay, wait. Alright, form a research agreement. We learn 789 and share 587. Okay, well, I mean, you are my vassal. I probably should do something. Cavernous Party Aftermath. In the months following the party with the rackets on Spirim Prime, evidence is mounting that some of the bonds formed were closer than expected. Life finds a way? Oh no. Create a new species that is a crossbreed of racket and Kilik? Oh, for God's sake. This game has twists and turns everywhere. Alright, I'm going to upgrade that. Can I get rid of that feature? You got anything in here good? Hang on, are we... Chemical plants. We could... Chemists turn minerals into volatile motes. Let's do one of those. Could do research too. And that is an option. 6 of that. We're getting a fair bit of minerals, aren't we? Just wondering if we should chuck some research stuff down. We could do exotic gases. We're not making any of those either. Maybe we should do that. Okay. Let's at least do one research, eh?
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
Migration treaty? Fine. A perk point. Okay, the great game. Damage versus starbase is plus 20%. And now we get a lovely new thing. Become the crisis. Oh. Lord of War. Some say war is bad for business, but war is our business. Mercenary Enclave capacity plus 1 deploying weight from fleet power plus 25%. So we could try to become the crisis. I've never done that before. Encryption, naval capacity, fleet capacity. So this is the fleet is the instrument by which the will of our empire is made manifest. We live or die depending on its strength. Interstellar Dominion, Grasp the Void, Mastery of Nature. Transcendental Learning, Shared Destiny, available envoys plus 2. Subjects do not suffer monthly loyalty penalties. You have multiple subjects. I don't know. What do you think? Should we just go wild and say, let's become the crisis? Everyone will probably hate us. I don't know how that actually works. Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, that's probably us. For a long time, we Kiliki have known that we are meant for greater things, that our destiny was nothing less than the fate of the universe itself. Over the last couple of years, this notion has grown stronger to the point that it can no longer be denied. The great change is coming for Kilik Cooperative Society. In fact, we stand on the precipice right now. The galaxy may not be ready for our inevitable dominion, but the Kilik Cooperative is ready for the galaxy. We will be misunderstood. We will be opposed, but we will not be stopped. Begins the Become the Crisis event change. +1 crisis level potential. Issues special projects something beyond reality. New crisis perks have been unlocked.
Sit log updated.
We can now use the existential expulsion Kalispell against, I guess, everybody? We can now use the imposed inclusion Kalispell against everybody. Okay. Am I expecting something else to happen now? Or we just go to the situation log. Become the crisis. We balance over the chasm of a bloody future as the gravity of destiny claws at us. As we gaze into the abyss, we see only ourselves staring back. Crisis level potential 1 of 5. Okay, something beyond reality. A quiet manner sweeps through our population. Its origin seems intangible. Okay, let's do it again. Yeah, a quiet manner sweeps through our population. Its origin seems intangible, but we have become preoccupied with the notion that we, Kiliki, are destined for greater things. We should investigate the cause of this mass hysteria and its whispered promises of galactic domination. Researching special projects like this one will progress us further along the path to becoming the crisis. Well, we have to do it, don't we? Why would we pick being the crisis if we're not gonna progress it? That would be crazy talk.
Our research has progressed.
What are you doing? Oh, you're waiting. You still surveying? Damn, I spent so much time paused in this game. But I can't help it. I have to focus on everything that comes up. I am that obsessive. It's just... Survey speed plus 33%. That would be handy. Really would be handy right now. But it's going to be short-lived because there's probably not going to be much to survey after this.
Construction finalized.
Yeah. What can you do? Now, what is this? Is this 2 planets or one... It's a weird one. Breathing rift. The anomaly found close by Calf, however unlikely, appears to be some type of rift in space. It's possible the great mass of Calf somehow caused it, but its nature is beyond our understanding. The rift not only refracts and blocks light, but seems to actually draw it in and then push it out repeatedly as if it were breathing photons. It is likely the immense gravitational pull of the rift has, at some point, inhaled in other things as well. We should exercise caution. Okay, keep a close watch until we know more. Dispatch an observation probe to monitor the rift. Issue special project Breathe In, Breathe Out. It can be studied from a safe distance. Add 4 to CAF. Or... is it risk? Leave now. 300 experience. I think we're gonna... Where is CAF? Where are we even looking? Where is CAF? Let me see. Get out of the way. It's over there. Oh, it's that anomaly we jumped over there to do. Okay. Okay. Let's keep a close
Sit log updated.
Watch on it. How do we... Okay, so what's... Okay, that's using society research. This is physics. Alright, we are going to do that. Do we have to leave the science ship there? You don't know. What? Asteroid approaching Sol 3. Oh, okay. The small astrometric lab on our observation post orbiting Sol 3 has detected a Class 4 asteroid on an incoming trajectory. Unless action is taken, it will impact the planet's northern hemisphere with enough force to cause an extinction-level event. Our mission of passive observation would typically prohibit us from intervening, but many of our scientists have argued for an exception in this case. To do nothing would mean to condemn the human civilization on Sol 3 to certain death. So, is this like a... what should I say? Is this a bit of a paradox here? Is this like me playing... I mean, and that's not a play on words with like game developers paradox or anything, but where I've now got to protect us because I'm a human in the real world, and in the game I'm not a human, and I'm actually observing us as humans. That is a bit of a tricky thing to think about. Okay, so Sol is here, and we have an asteroid somewhere. Is it there? That's the ice asteroid. Anyway, of course we're going to go and intervene, but I don't know what that's going to mean for the story, because were we observing them, were we? Well, we're going to go over there as quick as we can and try and save them. A new faction. Oh. We've made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Abena Nushdash. What the hell's that? Oh, it's over there. Okay. Interesting. Okay. What have we got? So you are busy improving relations with the Coalition of Andor. Busy improving relations with this Thumbolium. Hang on, isn't the Thumboliums... They're our vassal. Okay, you come out. Probably don't need to worry too much about them right this moment. We get all this done.
Starbase under assault.
And then... Sorry? What are you talking about? Oh, is this the... Oh, that's the asteroid. I thought it was the other one. Are we going to make it in time? Oh, I hope so. So are they trying to fight it?
Scientific progress attained. Establishing means of production.
How can they fight it? They don't even have any forces. Plasma thruster. Would that give us more power? And our ships are probably wood. Oh, advanced strike craft. I do like those. They're pretty cheap. We'll go the plasma thrusters. That's fine. We started that. War declaration. It's not us. That's as long as it's not us, I'm okay. First content event. The irregularity we have designated as Epsilon aliens appears to be made of some sort of crystalline material. Oh, it's these things. God. Curiosity, it seems to be able to propel itself across the void and protect itself when necessary, indicating that it may be alive. Our researchers are working hard to find out more. Keep at it. Go. Come on. When are we getting our ships here?
Special inquiry concluded.
Breathing rift minerals. Many months have passed since the discovery of the rift near Kaf without anything out of the ordinary happening. But now we have received reports of a large gathering of mineral-laden rocks pouring out of it. They are of ours for the taking. Observation of the rift will continue. Minerals gain 2,000. Okay.
Construction finalized.
Is it actually going to hit? Well, here comes our ships. Oh, God. Dram B3A strategic resource discovered. During its survey of Dram BA, the Kilik whatever discovered a previously unknown strategic resource dubbed Zror. It is an extremely rare aerosol of exotic particles that appears to have been deposited here through a meteor impact. But its true origin is a mystery. If ingested by psionically gifted individuals, this aerosol should act as a very potent and potentially addictive drug that enhances psi abilities. While we do not possess the means to extract, Okay, we're gonna watch this little battle, but I need to see what's happening here. You are still surveying. You're still excavating. Good. You're hovering. And that's what you were doing. You had stopped. Okie dokie. Alright, now let's get in and check out. So why are we heading over there when the asteroid is here, is it not? So how about we head over here? Look at those lovely lasers. The asteroid that was heading towards Sol 3 has been destroyed before it could reach the planet's surface. What fragments reached the atmosphere burned up safely before they could cause any harm. Aside from having witnessed what must have been a spectacular meteor shower, the primitive aliens of human civilization have no idea how close to extinction they just came. It does make you wonder, has that ever happened in the real world? Are we literally writing a story about ourselves and we are oblivious to how many times some alien nation has saved our lives from afar? It does make you think. Or I could just be insane. Whatever. And there you go. That was pretty easy. So we could go and get these guys to just go and, I don't know, park over there for a while. Let's have a look. Yes, it's these guys. I thought it was. Our researchers have finished investigating the reports of extraordinary free-floating crystalline. I don't know if I want to read this. We've done these ones lots of times. I'll read things if I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I've done this several times.
Another nation reaches out to us.
Another one? What are you talking about? That was the one we just did. Okay, the Emperor's lilac ribbon. Here we go. The archaeologists were preparing to leave when they happened upon a large, hidden chamber cluttered with artifacts, gnawed bones, and a substantial amount of fresh slobber. There, under a used royal nose swab on a four-legged table with a carving of a face they confirmed was indeed funny, sat the Rubricator, maker of thingamajigs, right where it was supposed to be, a tiny, insignificant-looking cube spewing out a continuous stream of artifacts. The Rubricator is a replicator, an ingenious alien invention that can make endless copies of just about any artifact, and soon it is ours. The planetside team will begin the journey back to the safety of the ship. Thankfully, we will never know what attacked the hoarders. Minor artifacts found 20. Excellent.
Evading hostiles.
Oh, what have we done? Breathing rift closed. The latest data reported from the rift's observation post tells us that the rift has vanished. After drawing its last breath, the rift closed and left behind not even a trace of its energies. Really? That's neutral. Okay. Talons from the void. A snarling, hissing fiend has appeared out of the void. With one swipe of her giant talon, she snatched the archaeology shuttle carrying the excavated team and the rubricator back to the KRC Darkling Miramu, bending it open and prying the rubricator from within. No! It seems we have finally had the displeasure of meeting the hoarding rat's assailant. The dragon must have been attracted by their countless treasures and made her nest within the royal palace, feasting upon their bodies. Perhaps she was on the prowl or observed from afar as we excavated the ruins, waiting for the right moment to strike. She appears to be growling something in our general direction. Translate her animal noises. Our colonists on Fuju Prime are in grave danger. Our colonists, so engage evasive maneuvers. Our colonists are in grave danger. Either way, they're in grave danger. Okay. Shall we translate? Can we have a look? What did I just do? Oh, are you evading? Sorry, I didn't mean to click on you. I want to see... Oh, I wanted to see. The rats went squeak, squeak, squeak. Then their bones went crunch, crunch, crunch. Now it's your turn to tickle the inside of Shard's belly. Yes, you have been naughty, little ones. The rubricator belongs to Shard. Please don't hurt us. Give back the rubricator this instant. How powerful is this dragon? Oh, should we antagonize it or beg for forgiveness? Let's antagonize. A thunderous rumble erupts from the dragon's belly. Suddenly her wings are wrapped around the ship, her steaming breath fogging up the windshield as she peers inside. A maniacal glint in her eyes. How did she get so close so fast, and is she smiling? Why you whet my appetite, little ones, she purrs softly, then lunges at it with all her might, fangs exposed.
Science vessel under assault.
No! What happened? Did she kill it?
Special inquiry concluded.
The Great Project, the investigation into the phenomenon now colloquially known as the Great Prospect, has concluded. It appears that there is some kind of hidden layer to the universe, a mysterious parallel dimension somehow connected to this plane through neurological activity or thought patterns. The physics and society departments have jointly named this dimension the Shroud. The working hypothesis is that the actions and thoughts of Kilik indirectly affected this alternate dimension, and that we have the potential to access its energies. The next level of our crisis progression has been unlocked. Oh, that was crisis thing. Okay. That site has been finished. First contact. Go away. Evading. I don't know if you did. Leader died. No, I'm guessing I lost the science ship. We lost the science ship and the leader. Okay. Died. Alright. We don't know how powerful you are. It does not say. Now, do we still have... We still have the colony. what we're trying to colonize it. I'm a bit hesitant to spend money on those yet, because we may be in trouble. We have no... Now, this is the one thing I've always wondered, and if somebody can answer me this, that would be great. What do you do in this situation? So, when you've ran out of districts, you have nothing really to do with buildings, but you have unemployed workers. What do you do? Do you resettle? I can't even do that. There's no features to do. Do you replace a building with another district to try and get a building spot here? Do you just wait it out and then upgrade a building? I'm not sure. I've always been curious about what is the best approach. Because I don't know what I'm going to do. Because I would prefer to unlock that last slot. We have tons of minerals coming in right now, so I'm going to replace that with a city district. This is where I don't know if it's the right thing to do. It's one of those, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so you're asleep there. I don't know whether to fight this dragon, and that's probably not for this video because we have pretty much got to the end of the video. That's not what I wanted. He's still surveying. Oh my god. Probably doesn't help that I've got it paused all the time. I'm not in a rush to replace that science ship, to be honest. I mean, we've got one free here. It's not even doing anything. And there's actually nothing... There's nothing to do. I'm just looking, just checking. No, there's nothing to do. Have we colonized this planet? What the... When did that pop up? Oh, it's popped up because of this. The build... What is this? The Bella Mercosia. Is that the half-breed? Maybe. Well, sometimes it pays off. Well, we think. Ooh, 73. Maybe we'll wait. Yeah, we'll just do one. Let's not get too stupidly carried away. Right, so yeah, that's interesting. Okay, I don't know why
System
that's
resources analyzed.
Oh, you finally finished. Okay, let's build a starbase and then we are going to start excavating that one. Okay, right. Well, man, it's all happening. It's all happening. We probably need to stop. Because we've gone over time. It's been, actually, I've enjoyed this one. It's been pretty exciting. Maybe for all you regular players out there, maybe it's not so exciting. I don't know. For me, fairly new stories. I haven't had a lot of these before. Some I have, some I haven't, some I might have and just forgot about it. That can be a good thing if you know, have a forgetful memory. So, you know, you just experience the same thing over and over again, new all the time. That can be a good thing sometimes. Probably not the greatest thing, but, you know, can be. So yeah, I've enjoyed this one and I'm looking forward to the next one, but that will be next time, obviously. If you like the channel and you want to support it further, check the description below. There's a link to our Patreon site and a link to a virtual coffee site. Just as a reminder, I guess, because I say it every time, the only real reason for those two links there is if you want to just show some appreciation for the channel, you're a regular viewer, whatever, and you just want to throw some money in to help me purchase these games and all that sort of stuff that I put on the channel. I don't, at the moment, at the time of this recording, I get no money from YouTube. I get no money from anywhere for this. I pay for all my games, everything I buy, all the gear, everything, that's all out of my pocket from my normal, regular, full-time job, which is not this. And so that's where I'm standing at the moment. Hopefully we'll get to the point where this subscriber count goes up and maybe then I will just drop this and, you know, we'll just go with what YouTube does and whatever else. But at the moment, because YouTube won't do anything for me because I'm too small, that's the only options I have. So I throw two options at you there if you want to do it, and that is, one is just a simple coffee thing, which is, it's a virtual coffee, it's just a gimmick. It's basically to donate money and it's one-off payments. And then there's the Patreon option there, which you can go to, and you know, you can look at the options I've given you there and get your name on credits or whatever else if you so want to. But that's obviously a monthly payment, so whatever. But as I keep saying as well, I have said in the past, there's no commitment. You are free to come here and watch and do whatever you like and communicate with me for free. No worries whatsoever. I do it for enjoyment. But obviously getting money for it would be cream on the cake, as they say. So, you know, if you do want to do it, that's why the options are there. And that's the only reason the options are there. What you can do, which does help the channel a lot for free, is subscribe to the channel if you like it. Obviously, if you like it. And if you like the video, you can give it a thumbs up, or you could give it a thumbs down, even though everyone says it doesn't matter anymore because you can't see the results. It still matters to me as a creator because I get to see it, but no one else does, so whatever. But thumbs ups are great, subscriptions are great, and comments are fantastic. So if you want to leave a comment, suggest things, give me advice, tell me something. If there's something I didn't understand, like I asked you, you know, about the population growth, you know, unemployed, when you use all of your oh God, what did we talk about? I've lost track. Districts. When you've run out of districts, what do you do? Do you just ignore this unemployment? Do you do something else? Let me know your thoughts, opinions. You know, this is the sort of stuff I'd like to learn. I'd like to get better at these little things and stuff like that. You know, over time, the big things just sort of happen. It's the little things that are hard to find and hard to pick up. And, you know, I like learning from people. And also, if I'm doing something you don't understand and you want to learn from me, if you're new to the game, you know, newer than me, and you're still learning or whatever else, ask me questions. Feel free. I'm quite happy to respond to you and help out. And, you know, so everybody can have the most fun they can out of these games whatsoever, including myself. So I read all the comments, and I actually do. I read every single comment. And I answer every comment that warrants an answer, which basically just means if it's a comment that, you know, is useful to answer, you know, if it's just, if it's one of those comments which just, you know, says you're rubbish, whatever else, blah, 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 then I may not answer. But if it's something that actually requires an answer and is useful, it can be a criticism. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't always have to be positive. If you don't like something, feel free to give me criticism. Just be nice about it. I'm happy to be criticized and improve and whatever else. Feel free to do that. You know, I'm happy to take it as much as I can. I'm not thick-skinned, so I'm not going to take a lot of it. It does hurt when people are negative, but you know what? Criticism can be good too, because it can improve the channel. But if you want to see things, you want to see things improve, you want different games, you want something else, whatever, let me know, because that's how I can improve the channel for everybody, including myself. But as I said, I do read all the comments and I answer every comment, the warranted answer, as soon as I possibly can. Obviously, I'm possibly in a different time zone to you, but I do it as quick as I can. And love to chat with everybody, even just general talk, personal talk, whatever. Ask me questions, tell me about yourself, whatever you like in the comments. Love to get chat starting in there. And, you know, maybe one day we'll have a Discord server or something like that, something where we can chat more freely. Whatever, you know, if you want that sort of stuff as well, let me know, because I can only do what people guide me on and what ideas I have. So do let me know. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.